How's it going? It's a new day, and you all know what that means. It's a new review. I know it's been a while, but here we are. And here he is. Today's review will be the Voyager class Kingdom Warfare Cybertron Rhinox. He was one of my favorites back in Beast Wars, and they decided to make sure that he was out for Kingdom. We're gonna kinda do it a little bit different today, but let's go ahead and get to it then, shall we? Here's Rhinox. He's gonna go ahead and move over. When you get the figure, you do get the instructions. You do get a sticker and a card. With him, I ended up getting Megatron, Decepticon. But, like, if you know your Transformers, he does turn into Cybertron. I know I'm still waiting to see Kingdom come out on Netflix, but here we go with the box. You do have him in his beast mode as a rhinoceros. Very menacing look. Don't want to get in that path. You do have Transformers Kingdom or for Cybertron trilogy. You do have the Transformers, you do have the Generations, the Takara emblem, the Hasbro. It is for ages 8 and up, but if you're 8, I would think you're gonna have difficulty a little bit with him. On the side here, you do have where it says Voyager class and about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different languages, including English. You do have up here good old Rhinox with his deadly saw-cutting Gatling guns, looking beefy as ever. On the top here, you do have the Maximal sign right there, and then you do have where it says Transformers Warfare Cybertron. And then on the side here, you do have the regular pick art. You do have the authentic logo right there, and then you do have the Kingdom Warfare Cybertron trilogy on there. On the bottom, you do have the barcode. You do have the authentic logo there, words and so forth, yada yada yada. On the inside, you do have that normal, like, golden discs look on the inside. On the back here, we do have him as a beast mode, as a rhinoceros, and then we do have him in his alt mode, and the painting, you know, like caveman painting, because in the show they go back to when everything was like still caveman and all that. Maximal sign. It does say it does take 35 steps to go from beast to robot, robot to beast. So, with that being said, let's move that off to the side. And let's bring him on back in. So, here we have him as a rhinoceros in his beast mode. Now notice with mine, like, all this doesn't really stay together like that. It cracks back open, along with, like, right here it'll kind of come apart a little bit, but not too noticeable. As his beast mode, it does look good. The only thing is, like, the shoulder parts up here, they could have kept it as, like, the same rhinoceros-like color, like that grayish brown color, like right there. That would have been good for it. They could have kept the back part green, like that lime or Riptar green, you know, from Rugrats. You do have red in the eye, like a bone white right there. If you look and pay close attention, I never noticed this till now. You do have the little, like, circle indentations right there. His ears do not move. You do have that up and down movement with him. His mouth does open. Kind of hard to see it, but like right there you can see he does have a pink colored tongue. But if you was to actually open it, you notice no teeth, like how on the underbelly you do have the teeth right there. But that's not even the same part, like it's supposed to be like his mouth here going there, blah blah blah. You do have that movement with his hind legs. You can make them go this way, that way, back that far, forward that far. Go like that. See, like I said, that easily it came unhinged. There we go. Untabbed. Same thing with this leg, same exact stuff. With this leg, you don't have no forward or back movement. You do have the inside movement. And then you do have the airplane mode. As I call the arms. The wings, I guess. You do have the rhinoceros toes there and there. You do have a little tiny, see, again, you do have that little tiny tail, like how my granddaughter says, a little tiny tail. He does have like them speckles, you know, speckled dots, like freckles, I guess you can say, throughout the whole thing, even like up in his neck area. You do see like he does have wrinkles going throughout the whole mold to make it look more like a rubbery like skin. And his head does move like this. But other than that, that's as much movement as you'll get from him in beast mode. Like I said, one of my favorites from the show. They've done a decent representation. I know they're trying to bring it up to date with the trilogy, but let's see how he sizes up with the others from the Maximal, shall we? Here he goes next to Optimus Primal. They're both fairly the same height. Here he is next to Voyager class Dinobot, and Primal is Voyager class as well. Here he goes next to Deluxe class Airrazor. Here he goes next to Deluxe class Cheetor. Uh-oh. Let's move some of these guys around, shall we? I wonder, will she? Sorry guys. Spur of the moment thing here. I'm just trying to see. Yep, she fits. Sorry. So there he goes next to Deluxe class Cheetor. They're roughly about like the same length, about the same height, but when it comes to width, Rhinox kinda has more of the brunt of the factor. That doesn't even look right. Sorry about that. And then here he is next to Deluxe class Black Arachnia, the Black Widow of the Decepticons and Maximals. As you can see, she is a bit more wider, about the same height almost, but depends on how you like have her legs. She's still shorter in length, but yeah. Sorry, another spur of the moment thing here. I'm trying to see. Yeah, she won't. Well, she might. Yeah, she balances. Oh, maybe not. If you do it correctly, I bet you could have her stay on him like that. And then, core class. Rat. Very, very small fella. His gun came off, oh well. You can have him be on the back as well. Now, if you take a quick look as well, you will notice there's no like 5mm peg or anything, or even a 3mm peg on him to peg anything in on his beast mode. Not even when you turn him to his belly with all the kibble. There's nothing there to peg in, so. Whereas like with Eraser you have right there, along with, well, that's about it. Other than right there on the crotch area. With Dinobot, you have them right there to act like he's flying or whatever. With Rat, you do have his hands. Black Arachnia, she has them pegs right there. Cheetor has his hands to allow him to have stuff pegged in. And Optimus, you know, he has his big meaty gorilla hands. So, all in all, not a bad representation as a beast mode. Let's get on to the transformation, shall we? Now, this is the part that I said I'm gonna do a little bit differently. I'm not gonna really go through and explain the process of transforming him. If I notice that there's anything that's kind of tough to transform, I'll let you know. So let's get to it, shall we? There we go. And this part is kind of the tricky part right here, getting his legs to come on out. There we go. Open up that. His legs are like really like the part that is a pain out of the whole transformation. Basically, you turn these around and fold them in. You take his like tail slash butt area, you rotate that in. Like I said, this is, even though it says for like ages 8 and up, yeah, an 8-year-old would have a lot of problems getting this to transform the way that it's supposed to. Like, yeah. You're gonna untap this, turn it around, and bam, there we go. Do I even have it turned the correct way? Like I said, this one is tricky to get to how it's supposed to. Like, if you don't really know how to, like, I'm even confused right now. Like, this part is oh. Bada bing, come on. Trying to get it to actually turn the way that I want it to. Because this is supposed to here, let's just try this other leg real quick. First we want to untab the foot, rotate it. Come on. There we go. Open that up. And line this up. Like I said, this whole leg transformation is really a pain in the rear end. And I don't think an 8-year-old would be able to actually get it to transform like it's supposed to. I've even seen other YouTubers have a rough time with them. Let's see here, because this is supposed to be the front and this is supposed to come down here, but it's being a little pain in the rear end. Maybe, hold on. Cause see, that is supposed to come down like this, but it's trying not to rotate. There we go. See, like how it feels like it wants to break when you go to do it. And that's the problem I have. I don't want to snap it or break it when I rotate it. Because it literally does feel like you're about to break the plastic clean off the hinge and stuff. So there we go. That's the hardest part basically of the whole transformation. You can now on the back push basically back on that and rotate his head around. Now his shoulders are actually right here. You just grab a hold like right here, bring it up, then grab this part and swing it around, and then bring it around. Same thing with this one, bring it up, bring this around and rotate. You're gonna have him like that. Bring this. Now what I like to do, grab a hold of this and bring it down and back. And there we go. Last but not least, Gatling gun. Peg them in. Now you do have two spots. You do have the hand, which from the side looks kinda iffy. From the front it looks fine. From the side it looks, I got a little tiny gun. From the front, I blast you. Now if you don't want him holding them, you can take that little peg right there and peg right in there. Have him carry them like this, or even turn it the other way, and there we go, like that. But I'll be having him holding both of them. Because hey, that's Rhinox for you. He grabs a hold of his guns and tells you a new one. They're kind of tricky to get to go in, at least on mine. There we go. And there we go. There goes Rhinox, fully transformed. Like I said, it's them legs. I hate how it feels like when you